Hello, technical difficulties, but we're trying to fix them, meaning me trying to fix them. So we'll see if anyone comes by. Let me go into here and re-invite people that might come and might not come. So we'll see what happens. Okay. This is crazy. This is crazy. Copy. Let me get this all straight. See what I can do. Is anyone here watching? It seemed to delete my thing. So now I need to do this. You're watching live. You're watching live as I deal with a lot of shit that was caused by something. All right. Where are we? Morning. Okay. I'll send back out this link. Copy link. Okay. Then I'll resend. New link. New link. Okay. Hello. Let's see who's here. Morning. What's up? How you doing? Anyone else here? There you go. Somehow it was when I set up the stream, I clicked on the link, I was in the thing, and then when I hit live, it goes, it was deleted. But now we're back. It was so easy to set up another stream. Hello. People are commenting that don't normally comment. So I hope people find us. Let's see. All right. Old versus new technology. We'll see. Okay. There we are. Go.
You know, I had a scoop for you, but I can't tell you now because I was on the other link waiting for you to come up before you went live, and now I can't tell you.
Okay, so here's what happened, all right? Some dude, that dude, asked me to be a moderator for his live stream, and it screwed up my StreamYard, which I share with the Jazz Bums. Now I can't get back into them, and I'm at the mercy of Bazzy right now.
Is this my StreamYard? Wow.
Yeah, so
you're welcome to use, as long as you restrain yourself, you're welcome to use it for now. So
I can't do it.
Because I pay good money for it. I don't get it free.
I have a gym exclusive. Are you paying attention?
No.
It could be Jim's birthday, but it's not. Let me make myself big while we do the gym exclusive.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Wait, okay, hold it.
Bongo Fury.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
which goddess of
that's with Beefheart, right? Yeah,
Captain Beefheart. It's a very good record. It's
I have
great
guitar
solo.
I have my original from whatever.
This looks like it's 6 CDs.
Oh, yeah, they have a big giant 6 CD thing. Or
that's
2
probably
LP.
5 too many.
In a Blu-ray.
They got 5 LP. They got a 2 LP version with blah blah blah, and
here's another.
That's really
if you double the amount of CDs, you get to Tales from Topographic Oceans.
How much do you think it is for 6 CDs? It's like $70.
$70.
That's
what I was gonna say. Here's
very
another.
good fucking deal.
I sent Jim this. So Bono asked Captain Beefheart to do a thing, and his response was no.
Dear Bongo.
That's a good record. Yeah.
So
it is a good record.
Who is it? Is it Henry Diltz? Who took that cover? They're sitting in the desert. Who took
Abracadabra. They say she's a witch.
Who took the cover? Do you remember?
Some photographer that doesn't really matter.
I could run down. I don't know. Okay.
When did I just see a big Henry Diltz thing? Oh, Henry Diltz and The guy from the Monkees were at the whiskey or at the Troubadour.
He's really tight with those guys. Yeah.
Hey, maybe because Jim didn't go with me, but I decided the last minute to go to the Orange County Record Show, and I scored. Yeah. And I bought a lot of stuff and a lot of rare records. But one record I was looking for, because I streamed it, and it was, this guy is like $5 Record City. But I picked this record up and I streamed it. This Grover Washington Jr. record, do you know it?
I used to. I haven't heard it.
Yeah. So good.
This record slays. This is such a good record, and I'm reminded because Yvonne, who I generally don't take his advice for music.
Have that box.
I mean, it's a horrible picture. Whoever said, "Look, guys, we're going to do a line of records where you take your shirt off." There's so many
photo. This Herbie Mann photo session. They all got there together.
But chest hair was huge back then. You don't actually have any, do you, Mazzy?
I have some. Yeah.
I don't know.
Not like that. Not like that.
I don't know exactly, but I have to imagine every single one of these songs were sampled for something.
It's gray now, though. It's grayish white.
Yeah. Okay. Enough. I'm sorry I brought it.
You asked.
That record.
I apologize. It was very rude.
Very good. And I paid $10 for it. I actually found 2 different copies with 2 different covers. So from the same guy, and I just Frankenstein the better vinyl with this. It's a good record.
I do want to thank Rob for moderating on Saturday evening, and he was right spot on. Everyone I got great comments about you. It was good. I think I packed too much in, but I want to thank you. But I learned some things.
Well, I tried. Your buddy had technical issues, and I tried to communicate through private chat and in the chat, and I just popped in and said, "Look, dude."
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't think he's never used, even though he comes from the tech world, but not really the tech part of tech world. He worked for Apple and things like that. He probably doesn't know StreamYard, where there's a private chat part and everything. So yeah.
So I wanted to say something to
one and only Grover Washington Jr.
Remember, that was a big album.
This is the box.
Oh, well, that was a big album.
A box that you would hate. It's a giant box with only 2 records in it.
I heard when you open it up, he pops out of it.
But it's super killer. I mean, it's got Idris Muhammad on it, Billy Cobham.
Yeah, but it's all the Kudu All-Star people. It's all the people that were on it. Which is it's an offshoot of CTI.
Hey, and Tone, post in the other one. It's still up there because post them that to delete that. There's a new stream.
What are you talking about?
Some people are waiting in where you first.
The old stream.
I was waiting there, and
it says it was here. Let me go. Let me look.
Well, I was waiting there too until you sent me the link.
Hold on, let me do some cleanup. But
Jen, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking every other week to scale it back 1 week and then make it thicker the other week. I think I was going to have a smaller
when
my live stream Saturday. It won't be as packed in. I think I was over ambitious with it. I had a good time with it, but it went on. Thank you.
I deleted it so people won't be in there. But so Todd was talking about Slim Dunlap. And I don't think he went into a little bit, but when Stinson, the brother, Bob Stinson, died, they reformed and brought Slim Dunlap in as their guitar player, the Replacements. And his health in the last years of his life was bad. And he was in need of money. And that's when the Replacements got back together to tour to raise money for him. That's when I saw them at the Hollywood Palladium, and it was a horrible show. They were so drunk and bad. I know they were drunk all the time when they played, but they were bad. I was so disappointed.
That's shitty. That's shitty.
And I mean, I thought Westerberg kind of cleaned up his act, and even Tommy Stinson, he was playing with Guns N' Roses and stuff.
But when Replacements were on fire and not totally shit-faced and fucking around, they were fucking great. I saw them twice. Once when they were like Crash and Burn, and once when they were really good.
I don't know what you're trying to do, Alex.
I know what he's trying to do. If I don't want it to be like what Rob does here, it's a different thing of just hanging out and shooting the shit. If we have a theme we're talking about and Rob's a part of it and it's something that interests Rob and me together, he would totally be on it. But it's not just going to be a hangout.
Let me practice because I think this is the vibe you're going for. Man, the world's so depressing right now.
Right, exactly.
All right, someone's asked to come up. Let's see what I can do.
No, if Rob has a series of releases, let's say we're talking about the craft OJCs and we do a segment on that, Rob would be a good part of that, things like that. So not just to hang out. I don't want it to be, again, nothing against what this and PB Thal does, but it's not just to hang out.
Right now.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, we talked about it, Mr. Estevez, which you seem to be a new person. Are you a new person? Hey, getting back to it, about what worked. I think what worked well on the stream was the part where you talked to Todd and the other guy about Minneapolis.
Chris. His name is Chris.
Yeah, and Chris. That worked.
Well, it's funny. I got different things. Like some people like that a lot. Some people loved me talking to Joseph because they thought they liked the father and son bonding thing. So I think different people.
For father and son, you have very little chemistry with him.
Okay. Well, I disagree with that. We like to have a little snarky back and forth, but and we know each other so well because we're sort of birds in a feather, if you will.
I was in Amoeba yesterday, and I didn't go over and look to see if it was there. I need to pick that up. That squeeze.
I thought you and your son were like zoned in on each other. I thought it was very nice.
Thank you. I mean, I think it depends on who you are and what your interest is. Like, I got a bunch of inbox things tell me the stuff they like more than other stuff. So everyone likes something.
The thing that I saw that was common with all fathers and sons kind of a thing was you could just tell, like my sons, you could tell that he knew that you're full of shit.
Yeah. No, he does.
Like my sons.
Okay.
And he's sort of like, okay.
I hung out a very little bit, but I have hung out with Mazzy and Joseph, and they do have chemistry. I was joking.
Yeah. No, but we're both a little snarky. Michelle busted me. The first time I ever had Joe on, we did like a whack-a-mole way back, and Joe starts talking about something, and he started making up a story about a record. And I totally was oblivious to him doing a riff, a shtick, and I kind of negated his shtick. And Michelle watched and got so upset because I didn't realize, I wasn't thinking about it. And I should have you go along with another scene partner in a way. And I totally missed it. So he is good at that. And now I get it all the time. So.
Well, I mean,
so your improv
I wanted to make a comparison between, because I've been around with Jim and his kids. And it seems like his kids are very singular personalities. They're not like Chip off the old block kids.
No.
Right. And they seem to all possess one characteristic. I don't think I've hung around with your daughter.
Right?
But at least your older son and your younger son, definitely your younger daughter, I mean your older daughter.
Right.
They all seem to know how to cut you off. They seem to be expert. Yeah. All of Jim's kids seem to be nah. Stop. That's the one quality that they seem to have that's similar.
Yeah, Joe's got a real. Joseph has a real dry sense of humor, and what he's better at that I'm not, he can keep a straight face. So I don't see there's no tell there for me. Right. Where I have the smirk, and people know that I'm fucking with them usually, and I do the little reaction. With Joe, now I get it, and I mean I got it all the time. But I when he first came up, I didn't think he was going to go that way. I thought he was going to just, say what he knows, what he doesn't know. And he just made shit up about some record that had nothing, that was totally made up. And I said, no, this was from, I don't remember what that story was. It was great.
Hey,
he punked me.
Hey, I have to show a picture because I'm a third-time grand uncle or great uncle or whatever you want to call it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Benjamin. Benjamin.
Rob, to be honest with you, and this is coming from someone who is a parent, like
Yeah.
that, they all fucking look the same at that age.
No, Benjamin.
single one.
They all look like
Every
Benjamin.
single one, they look the same. And the first 6 months,
Okay,
It's
so
horrible.
the first grandchild. No, actually, it's not the first grandchild. I'm sorry. My next older brother's son. So this is how he came into the world. He was born, and whoever knows my last name, we say in my family, my last name Gene. That the gene of my family is so strong, and in each of my siblings married a blonde Gentile, one converted, and they each have 3 or 4 kids, and there's one kid that has the mom's gene, but 2 of them that have my family's gene. This is from my niece, direct niece. That kid looks like it has our gene.
you know,
So-
Elliot's not
so
wearing
weird.
an Oliver Twist cap. He looks like he's wearing a British driving cap.
Yeah.
But if he stays still and you squint, it looks like he's an old guy, like back in 1964, trying to wear a Beatles wig. But you squint, it looks like it's not doesn't quite fit.
No, actually,
I had a Beatles wig, Mazzy, when I was 6 years old, 7 years old. I had a Beatles wig, and they were
May I
fun to
ask a
play
question,
with.
Elliot? In
Sure.
fact, how old are you?
I'm 67.
Oh, you're a baby.
Yes, still a baby.
hey, Elliot looks like the guy in England that goes, "Okay, guys, here's how it goes."
At the pub. Yeah, at the pub. Yeah.
The
He's a
pug.
cat.
Look, you go over and get the muffin thing, and then we meet over at the.
That was pretty good
I did
accent.
watch. I didn't comment because I was driving and listening to your funk soul tag.
Funk Soul Brother.
Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed the tags. Yeah. I ended up doing one more that'll be up later in the week. I decided to buckle up and buckle under, or whatever the term is, and do the prog tag, because you know me, how I like to stick it to prog.
I did a live stream where I showed all the records I picked up Sunday. But I'm a big fan of all these Billy Jack movies. In fact, they came out. This dude was a genius, the Tom McLaughlin, because he owned all the movies he made. Well, he made the first Born Losers, but then he made Billy Jack for, I think, Warner Brothers, and it flopped. And he bought the movie back from Warner Brothers. And he was sort of the guy, at least in the 70s. I'm sure they did it before. Well, I don't know. But he kind of really invented the floor walling. If people don't know what that is, that means you rent out the theater, you sell the tickets, and then you collect all the receipts. And he re-released Billy Jack. I don't know if people know about that. A few years later, and made it a gigantic hit.
Wow.
And then I think this was the second one, right? The trial of
I
Billy
think
Jack.
so, yeah.
And then he made
And
Billy
then
Jack.
for president. Then he did the for president one.
No, he made Billy Jack Goes to Washington as sort of an ode to Mr. Whatever goes
Mr.
to
D.
Washington.
Yeah, that was the third one, wasn't it? Billy Jack Goes to Washington.
Well,
Then
that
they
was
did the
third
one about
but I
Will
think
crying in
it
baseball.
barely got released, and then they released a box set, which I have on DVD. About probably 5 to 10 years before he passed away, he started shooting another Billy Jack movie, but they ran out of money. So there's footage existing of a fourth one. But
That Rob, that when that movie, I guess it was when it was re-released, I was probably 11 or 12 years old, maybe
Yeah.
13. It was huge.
Huge.
We flocked.
but he would
We
get-
watched it over and over again. It
Right,
was
but he didn't go in. He didn't. It wasn't wide released because that really wasn't a thing then. He went from town to town with the movie and four-walled it, and that's how he made it. It like you can go look up. It's a crazy amount of money. But my dream in life is to walk up to someone and say, "I'm going to take this foot and whack you across that part of your face."
Hey, Rob, I think you need to stop the stream for about an hour or half
Yeah.
hour, because Bill is Box of Sound is doing a live stream on Bongo Fury right as we speak, announcing.
Oh, wow.
So don't go there. It'll be
I'm
up
out.
after he's done and go watch
Later.
it.
I'm just kidding. I got a notification.
He's not? He's not?
He is. It's all right, but it'll be up later. You can watch
What
it
is
later.
Bongo Fever? I mean, literally.
Bongo Fury. Bongo
Fury.
Fury.
It's a Frank Zappa, Captain Beefheart, 50 years ago or 60
Live at the
50 years
live
ago.
in Austin.
This year. It's been announced, released. Jim talked about it at the beginning of the show here.
I thought it was like the drum circle or something.
No, there's a song in there about my first wife.
Can we go back to this album? So Mazzy likes to do this with everything. It's like Mazzy's like the dad in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Tell me a word and I'll tell you how it's Greek.
Except I'm not Greek.
Mazzy's version of that is show me an album and I'll tell you how it relates to the Beatles.
The Beatle connection.
Yeah, so there's a Beatle connection on here. So
it's got Give Peace a Chance.
Yeah.
I knew that. I probably have that record because there was a period of time in the 70s through the 80s. Anytime the Beatles were on an album, they played on an album, they were a song, I would get it. I have a collection of covers and all that shit, you know.
Boy, that's cost you a fortune.
Yeah. Well, they were cheap then. They were cheap.
Everybody covered the Beatles, at least a Beatles.
Well, not a whole Beatle cover. It's like one of their songs or one of them on it, not necessarily a covered. Yeah. Not a cover, but if the whole album
was from the Billy Jack, going back to Billy Jack though, from the original Billy Jack movie, 110 Soldier, was that the big hit?
Yeah.
From
Coven.
Yep.
I knew all that. I mean, that movie ran all the time on TV when I was a little kid. I watched it.
Yeah. It was huge in the movie theater. We just went freaking crazy over that movie. It was
he did. I think he made a Western based on how big that was. The studio he bankrolled. He made a Western. It's not a bad Western. I forget the name of it.
And the woman that stars in it is his wife.
Yeah. They did everything together.
Yeah.
I think I want to say she passed away first, and then he followed not that long after. Dolores Taylor.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's
the Indian school. Remember the Indian school? What comedian was it that was? It was an improv group.
Howard Hessman was in the first one.
That's right, and it was a improv group that were involved in making that movie.
I'm going to show this. Oh, go ahead.
This one's like 3-hour epic. It's over long and too out there.
Drawn out. Yeah.
On my stream, I showed this, but Elliot wasn't there, and it's a smaller group. But I wanted to show this again because Elliot would love this, and I have no idea how hard it is to get. Mississippi Records out of Portland used to do, or still does, these mixtapes, and they put out. Occasionally do a vinyl version. When I was in Portland last week visiting Joseph, I went to Millennium, and they had copies of it for $25 for a 2-record set. Okay. And I looked online and I couldn't find on any of the websites. There was one copy for $37 on Discogs, and that was it. So maybe it'll turn up eventually. But it's called Men with Broken Hearts. 2 records, no frills, but listen to this lineup of, like, you can make it's basically a mixtape. Opens up with a Slim Whitman song, goes to Jimmy Driftwood, goes to Kenny Roberts, Pete Drake, Porter Wagner, Buck Owens, Mel Tillis, Roger Miller, and then there's people like Little Roy Wiggins, Webb Pierce, the Willis Brothers, Jimmy Skinner, Charlie Louvin, Porter Wagner again, Dave Dudley, Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson, Ernest.
Hey,
Tubb,
if any of you guys hear your name called, say here.
Tom T. Hall, Gary Stewart, Drinking Thing, great song.
Oh, yeah.
Little Red Apples by Roger Miller, and Luke the Drifter, Men with Broken Hearts ends it. It's such a fabulous song.
Mainly 60s. Big 60s
and it's got this kind of spooky, when you listen to it like a mixtape and listen to it straight through. I listened to the whole 4 sides straight through twice now. It's got this spooky vibe of country music, you know. It's really, really a good comp. So if you can, anybody finds this, and especially if you don't have a lot of these artists, this is a great introduction to some of this great 60s country music. It's not the slick Nashville sound, and it's a little bit of a left to center when you isolate these tracks. Really good. Highly recommended. Mississippi Records.
I did, Mazzy. I did watch some of your
Yeah,
stream. I didn't watch
Mississippi.
the whole thing. I didn't see it when you showed that though.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, that's the guys that kicked me out. That's right. Those are the guys that threw me
it's
out.
country. It is country.
No, Mississippi
What it's
Records
called.
is the store that threw me
It's
Yeah.
out.
literally country.
You know, when Jim, I always think Jim's recollection of stories, you have to fill in 20% of it.
That's all right.
I think
Well-
Jim says he got kicked out because they saw a Dodgers tattoo on his leg, which I can't imagine any store that's a record store, non-sports related, that would kick you out for having a Dodgers tattoo.
No, you have to understand what you don't understand the LA and Portland thing about how in the 70s all the quote ex-hippies moved up to Portland and took it over, and it was like, no more LA people. And this woman,
Check your fucking email, Scotty. It was emailed to you. Thank you. Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, she didn't like it.
I don't need to be big anymore, Rob.
You'll never get. Oh, can I be big? Make me big, Rob. Oh, nice. No, here, this is a private press that I found. I think it was done on a copy machine. It's
You couldn't get a picture of Johnny Cash?
the net. You know what?
I'm kidding.
No, the pictures were shitty.
Okay, that's
They
actually a
didn't
very
even
nice.
say
I like
good.
that cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you.
Look who's on it. Look who's on the cover.
Who is it?
Reeling in Steely Dan's
Oh,
Golden
God.
Years University.
Is that about the intervention, Johnny Cash?
No, it's not.
Do you mention that?
I mentioned it in the New and To Do.
Yeah, because this month or February comes out. It's excellent.
Yeah.
That's the Intervention's First Son record of.
Yeah, I like those guys. Intervention, they do a really good job.
Shane does a good job. They
we
sold
paid-
out. They sold out the first press of Carl Perkins. That was quick.
Good deal.
And he's ordered a repress, so they're taking pre-orders for the repress.
Here it is. I sent this to Tim to proofread. I want to take a screenshot and proofread this, people. Tim's got a little piece in the paper.
Wait, who wrote it?
The
University of
Vinyl.
Oh, I didn't see the name. Okay, great. Congratulations, Tim.
So, anyways, yeah.
Hey,
That's,
I'm very surprised that the Boomer Scalper got a full page. It's crazy.
Wow.
Oh shit, Rob!
Did you? Is this like a?
I
But
forgot
it's
to
not-
tell you.
in the Dead?
It's not a Boomer Scalper. It's the review of the two
This one, you mean?
Guru shit.
Did you like Joey
Oh,
Callio's?
no.
Did you
Yes,
like Joey
dude.
Callio's Humming Guru song?
Yes.
You know what?
Um,
He's such a talented musician, and if you ever I got to watch him record albums, I saw him live, so good. But on the live stream off the cuff, if the Gong Show was still on,
He wrote that song the night before.
he's written. I'm sure he's written tons of excellent songs the night before. The day
I
of-
don't have the right interface for great music, so you'd heard the voice, but the guitar kept cutting out. And
Hey,
that's because I don't have a mixer and a separate mic, and I don't have the setup for live audio. So, we compromised on that.
Zeb, you're $1 late and $5 short.
That
We
was in
already
the
talked
first
about
5 minutes, Zeb.
yeah, I'm for sure getting that set, Zeb. That looks really good.
Yeah,
That looks
but
really good.
you need to tell them to send it to you.
2 complete concerts. Hell yeah.
Rob,
Is
my
it-
my record safari shipment came in this morning.
Yeah, I never talked to anyone who gets stuff from them. How did it come?
It doesn't
Oh.
look like a professional packaging. It looks like they took a box they had and taped it up, somebody in the shop, which is fine.
They're known to say, bring in your old boxes and we'll give you 25 cents for them.
They did I mean, it was well packed, but it wasn't like, a brand new box and all that stuff. So I got no problem with that.
I like that guy. I like that store.
But I'll share with you, if you'd like, I'll share with you what I got from them.
Oh, fuck.
What? You said thanks, Joe. Joe, it came from Mazzy.
Okay.
All you have to do is something like this. You do this, Mazzy.
Okay. I'm coming out. I don't want to be associated with the Boomer Scalper.
Hold on. Just do stuff like this in the comments. So just do like this.
Okay. I'm not going to comment today because anything I comment.
It didn't come from me, people. This is from Mazzy.
Fuck Trump. Okay.
All right. Let Elliot show his records.
Sure. I got 12 records from Record Safari. Really good deal on them. Some of them I'm going to keep, and some of them I plan on reselling, to be honest with you. But I've been looking for the deluxe edition of this Little Feat album. And it sells for about $68 normally. And they offered it for $38. So
that's great. What a great! That's one of their two best records aside.
No issues. It's not like it's got a bent corner or anything to cause the price to be reduced. They just were ready to unload it, I guess.
It'd be better if you open it and play it too.
I'm planning on it. I just got it, or literally, I just came back from the post office and opened the box right before I came.
Doesn't the post office open it for you? Sorry, Rob.
No. And this is a record store day from 2023, I believe.
That's good. Isn't that Amoeba? I think Amoeba put that out.
Yes, it is Amoeba.
That's
Amoeba
great.
put out also Emmylou Harris one.
Yeah, that's
and this is the Graham Parsons and the Fallen Angels, the last roundup, live from Beiju Cafe in Philadelphia in '73.
That's a pretty good record.
And it's a lot of the songs that are on the two Graham Parsons solo albums, like Big Mouth Blues. My favorite Graham Parsons song ever is Sin City, and it's on here.
Do you want California to slide into the ocean?
No, but I love that song. That song is so interesting. The lyrically,
The earthquake's going to put us in the poorhouse.
And of course, we have to have some Beatles content. That's one I'll resell.
The first George Martin collaboration post John's death. They started
the New Pornographers.
Did your wife see that cover?
No.
Okay.
David Bowie from 2018, I believe.
I like that record. I'm surprised. I don't know if you like it.
A lot of people don't like it, but I like it too.
I like it too.
Sergio Mendes.
Is that the remix?
It says first new album in 5 years featuring Common, Kelly El Dante. But
he's got a series of those. He's got like three or four that have mixed. Those are really good.
This one came out in 2019.
Hey,
I don't have that one.
Would you come up to one of my auctions and pronounce all the classical albums for me?
Les, Lord, don't ask me to do that. All these were sealed records except this one. This is a new record, but they opened it up. It said to check the color variants. Margot Price. That's how rumors get started. His Golden Messenger.
Well, you really.
Oh, he's good. He's very good.
You really bought a big batch.
Yeah, quietly blowing in. 12 records for $169. So that's a pretty good deal.
That's a lot, but that's good
That's
for you.
good.
Hold on. Hey, Bill, do you want to come up here and have people here talk about what you are talking about?
Yeah, Jim just announced it too, but we heard you were doing a stream, so he'll send you the link. Come on up.
Here's a 2-record set from Dave Alvin right here.
When is that? Is this a comp or what is that?
This is rare and unreleased recordings.
Is that Real Gone? What label is that?
Yep Rock. Out of
Yep Rock. Right. That's what I always get those two labels confused. I don't know why.
And Hayes Carl.
Message me on Instagram, Bill. I think we've connected there before.
Bill, I saw that. It's one of my favorites.
I showed you the Sneakers EP the other day. The precursor to the DBs and Let's Active. Here's Hoss Apple and Stamey, Our Back Pages. This was a record store day a few years ago. Actually, this is my second copy of this one. I'll sell this one.
Hey, Bill, I just emailed you the link.
Okay.
Hush, Mazzy, hush.
Well, I have to tell him, Bill.
No, you don't. Not in the middle of me showing this. You don't,
Yes.
Mazzy. Now stop.
I'm doing work for the God. I'm doing the God's work. God Lord's work.
Hush, Mazzy, hush.
We think you are, Rob.
Rob, control him. This is reworkings of the DB's 12 songs, 11 songs from the DB's catalog. And the last one is, we talked about her the other day, Allison Moore, Blood. She's Steve Earle's ex-wife, I believe. And who'd we say she was? Who's her sister? Somebody remind me.
Shelby Lynn.
Shelby Lynn. But all those records, and like I say, I'll get my money back by selling some of these. And so I'll basically get the Little Feat and the Graham Parsons for free. But I hope, it'll take a long time to sell them all. But so those are things I got from Record Safari.
Awesome. It's I like going there. I believe they do all the stuff correct. I'm running an independent record store, but that's my opinion.
Good morning.
Good morning. God, we got each corner is a Zappa corner here.
Love it.
Bongo. Get it? Bingo. Bongo. No.
Bingo, bango, bongo, fury.
But I think Jim has some mental remembering issues. Was this on your radar, Bill, as far as coming out?
Well, it was on my radar, but I was to be honest, I was not expecting an announcement until Friday.
Wow.
And 3 days early, boom, it's announced. It's ready for pre-order on the Zappa site and the Universal site. It's going to ship on March 20th.
So I suspect
Fantastic.
Jim will be invited because there's 5.1. So Jim probably will be invited to the Dolby screening room to
Are they doing a Dolby screening of it? I didn't read that.
Well, they seem to have done them for every single one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to end up talking to the Vaultmeister in a couple of days, so I will ask him about that. And
what's the most significant thing about that?
Well, this is the Bongo Fury is the result of a collaboration between Frank Zappa and Captain Beefheart and the Mothers. They did a tour together in 1975, and this great album, Bongo Fury, came out. And the two concerts that make up what is the album are going to be on this box set. 2 full concerts plus other background material.
So the Blu-ray is both shows, or just connected?
No, the Blu-ray is the surround mix in 5.1 and Dolby Atmos, plus a couple of bonus tracks from the full concert that were remixed in surround. I guess in 1993. Before Frank passed, he started remixing a bunch of stuff from his catalog, and a couple of tracks from Bongo Fury are in there. He was experimenting with 6-channel sound, and he didn't know about Blu-rays or Dolby Atmos because it hadn't been invented yet.
Right.
So,
but he knew about quadraphonic and all that.
Because Overnight Sensation and Apostrophe had been released in quadraphonic, but by the time this came around, quadraphonic wasn't as big as it was anymore. It just wasn't penetrating the market like the record companies thought it was going to. So he stopped mixing in quad for a while.
So I have started putting my records back inside the jackets, Phil.
Oh, hold on. I have to stop while Mazzy's trying. Mazzy, if you want to do this correctly, you put dash the wax.
No, that's you.
No, it isn't. Well, my favorite part about Frank Zappa is the instrumental stuff. When I ride around with Jim and he has to play one of 5 songs, although my sense of humor is 12 years old, but
So that works.
all Frank Zappa's lyrics just tend to make me go, I need to reevaluate my sense of humor. But
Well,
his instrumental stuff is stellar.
Well, one of the bonus features of getting this stuff coming out in the full concert is more guitar solos, longer guitar solos, and I believe there are a couple of instrumental tracks. And with Captain Beefheart in there, I mean, there's people that can't stand Trout Mask Replica, but they love Bongo Fury.
Right.
But okay, help me, because my knowledge of Captain Beefheart is sort of as a doofus second banana type of guy.
Okay.
But I didn't spend any time listening to his stuff. Is there any musicality to Captain Beefheart? Does he have an opus? Is there something that makes you respect his musicality? Because I haven't heard it.
Well,
Clear Spot.
Clear Spot, that's a good album. Songs like My Head Is My Only House Unless It Rains. But my favorite Captain Beefheart album is Shiny Beast, Bat Chain Puller, which originally was produced by Zappa, but something happened where Warner Brothers was not happy with Zappa, as Zappa was not happy with Warner Brothers. So the album ended up being re-recorded, remixed, and re-released. Well, no, released for the first time. And
Very nice.
Record.
as Nancy's
Excellent
pulling it up.
This whole period is an excellent period of Zappa too,
Sun Zoom Spark.
I mean of Beefheart, sorry.
I think I remember him coming. He used to be a regular guest on Letterman, and he just came off as some sort of side note to me.
If all you know and all you're turned off by is a Trout Mask, this is incredible stuff, I think.
Yeah.
All this stuff.
I got the Trout Mask Deluxe edition from Jim. Remember that, Jim? I bought that from you with the bag and all the little.
Oh yeah.
Reissue. Yeah, I listened to that a couple times and enjoyed it.
Is that the Third Man Records release?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've had for years. What is the Radar? The Captain Beefheart
Radar Station.
Radar Station. Yeah, I like that album.
Yeah,
but that's the only 2 albums I have by him. The Radar Station, I've had for 30 years, probably.
Doc is great too. That's a great period. I mean, they're more refined songs, but they're great. They're great recordings.
Captain Beefheart is an acquired taste, but his
But
stuff is very
it's like Howlin' Wolf in a way, That
He has the only vocal track on Hot Rats, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind that. That's I have that album. I like it. So
yeah, I saw that and I had to go live.
Nice.
Well, they went to high school together. The two went to high school together.
Yep.
Yeah.
But is that how, was he a musician when they knew each other? Did he drag him into the world, or what happened there?
Jim?
They were both, serious music collectors. They both collected. They were out in the desert, and they're collecting these blues records and shit. And I think Beefheart did play harmonica at that time and stuff. They were goofing around.
But he was an artist. I saw an opening once in New York, and he was there.
Howdy, what's going on? Did someone break in?
All these are his paintings. All his covers are his paintings. He's a fine artist, and I've been to shows. Don Van Vliet, that's his name, real name, and I saw. Great work. All his stuff. This is his artwork there. So
yeah, he's a great artist. When he stopped doing music, he just focused on painting.
Yeah.
From what I understand, growing up out in Lancaster, Frank's father worked at Edwards Air Force Base, and Don Van Vliet's father drove the Helms Bakery truck out in Lancaster, which was back when I was a kid. Helm's Bakery delivered. They would drive around the neighborhoods with breads and cakes and shit.
Yeah, but they were
was
the
awesome.
in LA. They were the makers of all the Hostess product.
Did they make all the?
That's where it was baked, I believe.
Well, they also had their own stuff back in the early '60s.
Yeah, but like when I moved to LA, in Culver City was the big Helm's Bakery.
Yeah,
and they had the Wonder Bread discount. Look, people, no phones there. They had the big Wonder Bread store where you went in and buy the day old bread.
I just realized I can do this. I forgot.
So anyway, yes, his father, I believe, drove a bakery truck. And when they made Trout Mask, they sequestered themselves in a house in Woodland Hills. And I lived near that house. I used to walk past it.
And if you drive around with Jim, you hear the story every time we're in Woodland Hills.
And we would scare the shit out of each other, those scary fucking hippies. You know?
I wonder if Beefheart met Yoko Ono then, because Yoko.
All right. Jim, do you have 2 copies of what Beefheart record should I go get?
I would go get Clear Spot. I probably have 2 copies of Clear Spot.
All right, lend me one of your copies.
Okay. Or the other ones.
If you're into that, if you're into the Chess blues albums, that's probably the closest on the blues side. The Howlin' Wolf and the edgier Sonny Boy Williamson stuff, a little bit. That I'm sure that influenced him. My guess.
I do have 4 copies of Clear Spot.
Yeah, I knew I didn't need to go out and buy one. You know what? Yeah, I'm coming up with a new word. It's like vinyl file doesn't ring well with people. My new word is Alzheimer's. Just connect those 2 words. Vinyl. Jim is a vinylheimer. What that means is when he goes into a store, he automatically doesn't buy records, but he goes to the Zappa section and picks up a record he has 28 copies of.
I have a couple of
vinylheimer.
What's Dropout Boogie?
Chuck T. Vinylheimer.
That's a little different, Chuck T.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Oh. Shit, man. Why do I have 5 copies of
that? Means you haven't bought any records yet.
Hey, wait. There's 5 of us on here. There's 5 others on here, Jim.
You get a clear spot. You get a clear spot. You get a clear spot.
You should send each one of us a copy.
Wait. Jim, let me help you, Jim. You are wax nostalgic all the time. If you could apply a memory to each copy of those records, I remember I bought this one. My pants.
That's why I leave the stickers on, so I remember. Oh yeah, I got this for $20 at. I got this for $20 at Record Safari. I don't know why I bought it, and
that's exactly what Jim says.
It's mint.
I don't know why I bought this copy.
Does Record Safari offer a punch card like when you buy so many records?
No, there's 2 record stores that I've been to kind of regularly in DC when I go back and visit CD seller. They have a punch card, and then CD Trader and Tarzana, they have a punch card.
They have a punch card, yeah.
Easy Street, when you fill up a card to get $15 off your next record. So, and you get. I don't know how they do it.
I had to have my.
It's per dollar amount. I'm not sure how they figure it out, but it seems like sometimes they just keep stamping you. You know.
Yeah, my area is a place called Mojo Records, and you can only get used records with the punch card.
No, we can get anything.
This just occurred to me, and I want to say this: if anyone knows the very nice. One of the nicest guys I met through doing this is Jacob Went. Oh, yeah. And if you haven't picked up the jazz record he self-did, and you're missing out on something.
It's good.
So the Jazz Bums did a stream with Kevin Gray on there. And I don't know if they announced it on the stream, but Kevin Gray did publicly say his next coherent record is with Jacob.
There's
So-
a podcast with Kevin that's on YouTube. A guy, someone I didn't know from a podcast, and he talks about that. He talks how he still doesn't believe in one steps. He talks about how he doesn't like 45s, even though they may have a somewhat better sound. He hates the flow. So I'm in line with him on that. But it's a very revealing interview with him. He talks about Jacob Wendt will be the next one.
No,
Is he an organ player?
no,
Yeah,
no,
no, he's a drummer.
But I'm telling you, his goal was to make a Blue Note record, and he kind of succeeded.
Good writing. Yeah.
It's just a good, and the dude is so self-made. He did a run. I forget how many records he did. He went around and hustled and got rid of all of them. He did a second run and is doing the same thing.
He broke the Mazzy, you only can stay 3 night rule by staying in my house for 4 nights in a row, which is taxing when you guess you don't know very well. But he was very great, very gracious. But luckily, the drum set I have downstairs from my late friend Larry had one rip, and in the tom-tom, we went to the music store. We bought a set of new, I guess, Remo heads, and he replaced them all. He tuned them all.
That's
And
nice.
in my mind, I thought drum heads were going to cost $400 or $500, and like the whole set was under $100. I just had no idea what drum heads cost.
Remo, they were all made in the valley here.
Hey, all of you who live in the areas affected by that storm, correct me if I'm wrong, but they made it out to be like the worst thing ever, and it seems like it was not the worst thing ever.
Well, you got to prepare people, though.
Some people died though.
I have to get out of here relatively soon because I have to clear my driveway for like the 4th day in a row. This is probably the worst storm in the last 18 years.
Wow.
Really?
Where are you?
8 and 11 inches. I'm just west of Cleveland, Ohio.
But you get weather in the winter
yeah.
time, right?
Yep, I've signed up for this. I've lived here all my
Deep
life.
snow in Ohio.
My mom's family is from
That Neil
Shaker
Young
Heights.
song.
Well, we weren't that affected in Florida. I mean, it's 40 degrees here, which is cold for
Okay.
us. And our
I know where
great
Chuck-
governor made a joke about it.
I know where
You know
Chuck
what I'm
T
saying?
lives. I know where Chuck T lives. He's from around where I'm from. So when they get 2 or 3
Ooh.
feet, even 10 to 12 inches, people freak out. There's no milk in the stores, no bread. The Mid-Atlantic overreacts to weather.
Well, here where I am, we in the central part of North Carolina, we had sleet and freezing rain, no snow,
but they were predicting ice for you, like 3 inches.
Yeah, that's what we always get. We never get actual snow. We get freezing rain, and makes it impossible to drive in. But it was clear the next day. We got just enough sunshine the next day that the roads were pretty much cleared up, and there's no problem here. Go a little further north toward the Virginia line, and it's a different story, I think. But the thing here is it's just so cold. The temperatures are going to stay very cold for the next week or so.
Is it like butt clenching cold? For your butt clenching up?
The lows at night are 9, 10, 12 degrees.
Oh, forget it. Pass.
Yeah, it's 11 degrees here right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's more like it'll get above freezing here this afternoon.
It's 46 degrees here, and I'm ready to just freak out.
It's 40 degrees here.
It's 52, but it's freezing.
We were supposed to get snow, but we didn't get snow.
Last night it said it was like 50 degrees. It felt like it was 30 degrees.
It's 28 here right now. 28.
37.
We've had we've had 3 murders here.
Okay.
At RCN World Headquarters.
Why, the chickens were killed?
Yeah, I don't know. I believe they are in fact red-tailed hawks. They're giant, but they treat
Richard.
My chickies.
Here's the deal: if you are Richard, you don't come around here and support me. You have to earn a wrench. The fact that you ask for one means you're not getting one. That's usually what happens with me.
You have to
People ask for wrenches, they don't get them.
And
You're
Send
not
him a copy
hold
of
on,
Chalk
Richard.
Ask.
You don't support my channel, and you don't really come around here, which is fine. That's your choice. So,
And
don't-
secondly, this is not Rob's normal StreamYard. This is my StreamYard, which I used,
But-
and
but
he
it's
signed in
connected
for.
to my-
And I'm not giving anybody wrenches here today.
Well, I don't
so-
think you can give wrenches from StreamYard.
No, I don't even know how to. So
No,
it's
you
not-
do it in. It's in YouTube.
I don't even. What the fuck? If you need a wrench, what's that about?
Wrenches are overrated. There's
Yeah.
no.
You don't need a
don't
wrench.
care.
Yeah.
about a wrench.
Most people don't even use it. So
Wrenches
you know.
are only necessary for people who are assholes. Are the ones
there's
that don't
total
get it.
trolling.
If you're fine, you don't need a wrench.
Well, that's pretty much all of us, Mazzy.
So
Yeah, well,
these goddamn.
I again want to thank Bill. Bill, thank you. Thanks for your email, and thank you for coming up at the end. And I appreciate everything. So,
My pleasure.
Yeah, thanks, Bill.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Nice meeting you, Bill.
All
Yeah,
right.
anytime you want to come up and not compete against my stream, you're welcome.
Okay. All right, well,
Serious.
I'm going to get out of here and go clear my driveway out. I want to talk really quick before I go about the jazz releases from Coherent. Of course, they sound absolutely amazing, but the jazz records themselves really haven't been as exciting as I would have liked them to be. They're kind of pedestrian, in my opinion.
I understand what you mean, and I think he's now getting like the second release, the Andrew Wilson.
Mhm.
That's a legit, big time jazz artist album.
Yeah.
Everyone on it.
Yeah, I got that. That's okay as well, and
Yeah.
so was the Corey Weeds. But I'm looking for something that's a real barn burner.
Yeah, I don't know if that's kind of his lane.
Now,
Yeah.
have you heard the second Kaelin Cardello album that Michael Fremer put out?
I haven't even heard the first one.
it must be good
Oh.
because Michael says it's good.
Well, no, the first one's pretty good. This one's great.
Okay.
I
hold on.
love it. I mean, this is old style jazz played with.
Hold it up again.
Oh yeah, hold it up.
Yep, Kaelin Cardello, Chapter 1, and in my opinion, this is jazz played with the same passion that fusion players in the 70s played, but it's all acoustic.
Wow.
That's a bold statement to make, I know, but I really enjoy this record.
And he's a virtuoso, and he's like, is he 20 years old? He's very young.
Yeah, really young, and this is the first record that he put out, which is sold out, I guess.
Oh, the new cover is so much better.
And Rufus Reed, is a legend.
So is that his own label, or is that what is
Yeah.
it? What's
Yeah, it's on Fremer's label.
In fact, the way Fremer explains it, and I know you're watching Fremer, the way he explains it is he wasn't planning on doing a record label. He was at that live show of the first album, and he was so blown away by the playing, and he found out they recorded it, and he asked if he could put it out on vinyl. I think that's how it all started. So.
is the new one a studio album?
Yes.
Okay.
And Fremer explains in the liner notes, this is not an audiophile album because it is recorded in a very small studio, but the passion is there, and a lot of care was taken in the mastering of this record. Like I said, I like it a lot. I like it more than any of the Coherent ones so far. But
How easy is it to get? How is it available in record stores?
I got mine from Chad from Acoustic Sounds.
Yeah, any place like that has that album.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Record Safari.
All right, guys, have a great day.
Bye, Bill.
See you,
Take
Mark.
care, Bill.
Be safe.
I want to. Okay, Alex Dickey. You go for the headline that's not really a headline, but now you're dumping on Matt Luthens because you don't like a record he did, or somebody didn't like what he did with the record. But I tell you, the shit he's doing with the Reserve series and some of the Chess 75 series is fucking excellent. So that's all I'll say. And I don't think any mastering engineer does every record is wonderful. You know, there are situations, but I think Matt Luthen's has proven he has a good track record and a handle on it. So
that dude is getting, it seems to me, I don't know what the other big guys are getting. Seems to me Matt Luther's is getting plenty of work.
oh, he's in Salina now, really. He's from here, but Seattle.
Alex Dickey's going to have to recognize the importance and the significance of hustle and flow before I listen to anything he says.
I don't disagree with this. I have international anthem records. It's just like, with newer artists, I have to stream to just make sure that I'm gonna like the record. But not
that's what, isn't it the label that Mackay McCraven's on?
I think he puts out some on there and some on others, but also I think Mackay McCraven has stuff on Non-Such.
Yeah. Okay.
But Jeff Parker, the stuff Jeff Parker puts out on there, I have is excellent. So,
Raji, yes, I got both the Etta James and the Chuck Berry, the first Chuck Berry. They're both excellent. I'll do something with it. Probably won't be till next week. But I think that's a great series. Now, it's a certain recording. You know, At Last is probably the best sounding of the Chess so far. However, it's hard to judge because some people who got Howlin' Wolf don't realize it's an edgy, you know, bright recording because the way his singing is, the way that was recorded. You know, they're not audiophile recordings. At Last is probably the most dynamic. But I tell you, I was really surprised at first. Actually, it's the third Chuck Berry record. What's it called? Berry on Top or Berry is a Top, whatever it's called. And it's almost like a greatest hits. It's a lot of the 45s that were big, and it sounds really immediate. It's just really live and really good. So don't sleep on that Chuck Berry. I realize I don't have that Chuck Berry album, and I have so many comps. You know, we all have comps of Chuck Berry, his 28 greats and all that stuff. But it's great to have this album. It was put out from different tracks, so it wasn't recorded as an album. But
who owns the Chess catalog now?
Well, it's Universal, and Chad is doing it's Universal that owns it, and Chad is doing Chess 75, the 75th anniversary. Let me grab it.
A couple things I want to say. First of all, do you just need one Chuck Berry record? You don't need all.
Well, the greatest hits is what you need.
It's like my ding-a-ling.
This I boogied in the bathroom.
This is like a greatest hits because it's got Carol, Maybelline, Sweet Little Rock and Roller, Johnny Be Good, Little Queenie, Roll Over Beethoven, Around and Around. You know, and it's fantastic. It's a weird ass cover when you think of it. Barry is on top. I could go. But it's and I believe this is cut. This is Matt Luthen's, and he did an incredible job with it. This is the one that was just talked about. I think Jackpot did a version of this a couple years ago too. I don't have the Jackpot version. I have an OG mono of that. Not
in the best condition.
This is the only one that's stereo. The other ones are mono because this was recorded in true stereo, obviously, and. This is great. It's not wide pan, but
you just buy that record for one song, though.
No, you don't, though.
Yes, you do. At Last, right? Isn't that on there?
But that's not the only good song on there.
I understand, but
At Last is the hit. That's
but everybody knows At Last. Yeah,
every wedding,
it's played at every wedding. Yeah,
every wedding, TV commercial, everything. It's played everywhere.
And she was like 16 when she recorded it, right?
Yeah, there we go.
She was really young. Yeah.
And possibly the daughter of Fats
Domino.
The pool player,
Minnesota Fats.
Minnesota Fats.
Yes, she is not sure, but she thought he is possibly her birth father.
Well, she should ask Rachel to do a genealogical excursion. I tell you,
I think Matt's real copy, Minnesota Fats.
Yeah, if you have a copy, I don't know what to say because I did play my 70s copy, and this is better than my 70s. I hear the Jackpot version is good, My guess is the jackpot could be Kevin Gray. I'm not quite sure because Kevin does a lot of stuff, but this is excellent. If you don't have the record, this is a great one to get right now because it's easily available.
Hey, a record that I want to get that came out yesterday on vinyl, but I got the pre-thing on CD from Daddy Cool Records. This is Lucinda Williams. It's a new Lucinda
I was
Williams.
going to mention that. That's so
It's
good.
brilliant.
I don't have it yet. I'm going to pick it up.
It's really good.
And it's really political as hell.
Yeah. Mavis Staples is on it, and Brittany Spencer's on it. It's phenomenal.
I love
It's
that
the best
someone.
thing she's been in a long time.
And let's note that Scott has a review of that on his channel. Yes.
Yeah, I had to do a review. And the Daddy Cool sent it to the distributor, so I'm sure she's going to see it, which is really cool.
It's I'm glad that someone out there is singing about where we are in the world right now.
Wait,
So.
who was
Jesse Wells? Jesse Wells is doing it too. Jesse Wells is amazing.
Okay, I got to check that.
I've got.
Have you ever heard Jesse Wells? He's got a song out called "Join Ice," which totally describes who these people are, and it's brilliant. He's like
brilliant.
They're calling him like the new Dylan. He's amazing. This kid. He's very young.
I wouldn't say he's the new Dylan, but he's brilliant. He's really good.
He's really
How many
good,
times
though.
have they said the new fucking Dylan?
I know, but
He's
but I
kind of
think
taking
because
up
of
the role.
Beef, Forbert, Bruce Springsteen.
But I think it's because of what we're
Fine.
going through right now. And I think that's why people are kind of passionate. Because I've been to a couple of marches, protests, and a lot of the young people are going, Jesse Wells, and they're all singing Joy and Ice and all that kind of stuff. So,
Well, wouldn't you say he's more like the Woody Guthrie of this time?
I would say he's more that. He's more, he's a little less Dylan and a little bit more Woody, but he's very good. He's definitely worth checking out. Jesse Wells.
I'm still waiting on my Lucinda Williams to come in. It frustrates me when you pre-order something and then everybody else has already gotten the record and they still hadn't sent your pre-order. My pre-order still hadn't been sent.
Well, it was just officially released yesterday, so you should be getting it soon then.
Well, Friday,
Yeah.
Today's Tuesday. It was Friday it came out.
Yeah.
But if you get a chance, go to your local. That's if they carry new music. They should.
I don't have a local though, Mazzy. I
Got
don't
it.
have a local.
I get it.
Actually, there's a tree in the hills, and you shake the branch, and records fall out of it.
Something falls out. That's right.
There's another thing I like to show you guys. This group. I mean, I'm getting the vinyl for this too. This is a group that just came to town here, Southern Avenue. They're from Memphis. They're kind of like a soul blues group. 3 sisters are in it. One of them is the backup singer. One of them is the lead vocalist, and one's the drummer. And the lead vocalist, they consider her a mini Tina Turner. She is outrageously good. Her name is Tierney Jackson, and they tear it up. This is their new record called Family. Phenomenal. And they blew the roof off, and we don't even have a roof at Skip a Smokehouse, but they just killed
I
it.
have a strict rule, Scotty.
Yeah.
No more family acts. I'm not doing it. I've been disappointed too many times.
No, you will not be disappointed with this chick. I'm telling you. In fact, you probably will fall in love. Knowing you.
Well, if they're out of Memphis,
hold on.
Scotty, if you know Rob, you won't be falling in love.
Hold on. I discern all the celebrities, wannabe celebrities that I cyber stalk. I
want to state on the record. I want to defend Donovan. All these people would like to dump on Donovan since Dylan did back in the movie thing. Donovan was a true original. Yeah, in the beginning he did the folk music. So did a lot of people. And the press started because he had curly hair and he was from Scotland and he was the sort of British, Scottish Dylan, new Dylan. But he was the first one doing that psychedelic pop stuff and having big hits with it. He was having massive hits with that.
And
nobody did that.
Why
like
did
he
he
did.
fucking fade
he was
out?
a true
The
he was a true rock star having sex with everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's what distracted him.
For you Prague fans, in 1978 or 9, whenever it was, I saw him open up, doing a beautiful open set for Yes at the Oakland Coliseum, and it was fucking great.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy man. God, yeah.
Lelania, can't blame you.
Melania, Sunshine Superman.
In the land of
Think of
many lands,
Fat
land.
Angel, Jefferson Airplanes covered
land
Fat
of
Angel.
land.
Almond Brothers, Mountain Jam was a Donovan song.
He taught somebody how to play something as well, I think, didn't he?
He told the finger picking that became Julia and a few other McCartney
Gosh
songs.
darn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hail Atlantis, Jennifer Juniper.
What's the one with the funny name?
Barbara Jaggle.
Yeah.
With the Jeff Beck group.
Hey, hold on, Jim. Pull out your 5 copies of that record, please.
Cosmic Wheel in the '70s is a fantastic album. He got fucked over record company wise in the UK. That's why he was more popular in America, because Pi Records didn't do anything. And it was
Barbara Rajagol.
Yeah, Season of the Witch. I mean, God.
Yeah, I have that one.
This is good.
Barbara Jagger.
Yeah.
Season of the Witch or Hurly Gurly, which was his biggest.
They were all big. Well, Season of the Witch wasn't a big hit.
Atlantis.
Dr. John does a great version of Season of the Witch. The Super Session album had that great version of Season of the Witch.
That's what I remember as a Super Session when I first heard it.
Yeah. So I'm going to defend Donovan till, Rick Rubin's album Sutras is great. It's never come out on vinyl as far as I know, maybe a small run in Europe or something. I did a video 5 years ago. Albums that have to be come out on vinyl. Sutras is great. It bombed, unfortunately, but it's a great
Is
record.
it like what he did with Neil Diamond and Johnny
Cash? It's just him and guitar pretty much. His voice
is good.
I
have it.
It's
good,
really a good record.
Yeah.
It's an excellent record. So come on, put that out.
All right, you've convinced everybody, Mazzy.
That was Rick Rubin's.
When's your show running? Is that this weekend? When's the show?
My show?
Yeah.
Oh, my show. No, it's next month. We're still rehearsing.
Oh, you're still rehearsing?
February 28th.
I was thinking the 28th, but yeah, it's February, not January.
I mean,
already
if
February.
you want to stock up on Donovan records, you won't break your bank.
But he has a lot of great deep cuts too. So, yeah, he was all over the AM radio. He was on FM too with the like Hurdy-Gurdy Man and all that stuff.
I'll give you one guess as to what album I just purchased on Discogs, waiting to come in. Old from 1968.
Okay, Hillbilly.
No,
Travis
that was one
Shipp
guess.
Club Wow.
Tiny Tim, God bless Tiny Tim.
Donovan did not do Yummy, Yummy, Yummy. That was the 1910 Fruit Gum Company. What's
your opinion, Mazzy, of Tiny Tim?
Actually, I really like Tiny Tim, and his first few albums, Richard Perry produced, are excellent. And he did an album years later. Well, first of all, the Live at the Albert Hall. I think Rhino Handmade put it out.
Rhino released that.
That is so good. He can sing low. When he goes low, he does a version where he does a high and low version of I forgot, one of the Beatles songs off of Rubber Soul, which is like he's the girl. It's Girl from Rubber Soul. It's so good. I think he's originally. I mean, obviously, he's a gimmick in a way, and he had all that shtick.
Well, he was a musicologist of the teens, 20s, and 30s, and
right.
So it's amazing that he was able to, for a brief time there, ascend to the heights. He was able to, by recreating, I guess, 1920s Tiptoe Through the Tulips with Me. Was 1920s or 1910s.
And the arrangement, if you listen to that arrangement, the record, not the TV shows from others, but the arrangement that Richard Perry did with him is excellent on that. And George Harrison was a massive fan. I think saw him at the Royal Albert Hall. If you listen to the 1969 Beatles Christmas single, Tiny Tim's on it with George Harrison.
His records are not, several of his records are not inexpensive. I ended up paying, I made an offer for $12 for a VG Plus VG cover album, but I just picked this up. they're selling for $20, $25 usually. I was able to get this one for 12. They were asking 15, and he took 12 for it.
Yeah, this is a white label promo. It's super clean. I think I showed this to Jim. He looks like, as a young man, he looks like Frank Zappa. Look at that.
Raised in
just because he's
Manhattan, I believe.
Just because he's not white bread with the crust cut off, you dump him
because he looks
he's
like
very
Lebanese.
Jewy. He's extra Jewy.
Well, actually,
he's not Jewish.
One parent, his mother is Jewish, but his father was Catholic,
which means he's Jewish.
Elliot.
Well, he was a devout Catholic, though. Actually, Mazzy. So
no, but I mean by birth.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. It's whatever you decide.
I understand.
Look, I'm just talking about the way he looks. Jewy.
And he got his start playing at lesbian nightclubs in Greenwich Village.
And he went through so many personas too. He went through.
Sounds like Bette Midler's history.
Hey, don't be a moron, Rex. Or not you, Tom.
The bathhouses.
It's like I'm Rex.
Yeah, he died at. He was
okay,
playing,
I have an announcement. Friday, they've announced, or they're going to announce the next two Rhino Hi-Fis. This is one of them.
Oh yes. Is
Warner
that
Brothers
Warner
Records.
Brothers? Is that record Warner Brothers?
Yes, Warner Brothers Records. This is one of the Rhino Hi-Fis. Kevin Gray cut it. Patrick was the A&R. Westman's going to announce this Friday morning on his live stream at probably 6 a.m. It won't be a live stream. They'll be recorded. But there are two records coming out being announced on Rhino Hi-Fis, and I think people will be very happy with those two titles.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you, as a Howard Stern guy, well, I knew about who Tiny Tim was, but towards the end of Tiny Tim's life, he was on Howard Stern all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
All the time.
It was. There's always talking about he died on stage. He was playing the women's garden club, and I think he was living in Minneapolis or somewhere like that, somewhere in the Midwest. Maybe it was Des Moines, Iowa. I believe it was Des Moines. But he had relocated there. He was his third wife, is the wife when he passed away. She, interestingly enough, she was a Harvard grad and had always been fascinated by Tiny Tim throughout her life, and met him, and they ended up getting married.
And then he croaked on stage.
He started feeling really bad and got back to his table, and she asked him if he was all right, and he
the band morphine.
He said no, he was having a heart attack. He thought he was having a heart attack, and he died.
CJ,
he had a bad heart attack previously, a few months earlier, and the doctors told him not to perform anymore. His heart and his diabetes had him in such bad shape, but he was still. Yeah. I remember my memory of Tiny Tim, other than the Laugh-In shows and Johnny Carson. I was like, I think 9 when I was 9 when it came out.
Hey, don't come here and grind your axe, Chance.
A few years later, he was my little small town. Every so often, a carnival would come through, and they were very small, third-rate carnivals that would come through these little towns in the South. And Tiny Tim was touring as part of that carnival that came to my hometown, and he was playing carnival. So he'd gone from the heights of success, Reprise Records artist with a number 17 hit with Tiptoe, and the Talk of the Nation, down to playing small town carnival.
You know who I felt bad for when Tiny Tim passed away?
Who?
All the Tiny Tim impersonators. Their careers just ended right there.
Not Miss Vicky.
Who knows what happened to her?
Wasn't he divorced from her?
Yeah, they divorced after 5 or 6 years.
Didn't they get married on the Carson show?
Don't you understand that was a publicity stunt?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But they stayed married for several years, like 6
Yeah, on paper.
Could be. But he was married 3 times. So
you know what? Elliot, we want to like you, But the fact you're a closeted Tiny Tim historian makes it very hard.
You know, when I woke up this morning,
Now, Rob, you know,
Tiny Tim
you
was
always
not in
give
my
me a
bingo
hard time
card.
about liking that music from the 20s and the teens and 20s and 30s. Well, you do that all the time. It's an offshoot of appreciating that old Tin Pan Alley and Ragtime
Okay,
and
you know
all
what,
that.
Elliot, do me a favor. Don't go from being a Tiny Tim historian to being a waxed historian. Okay?
Yeah.
See,
I don't want to
when I was growing up,
to.
Tiny Tim, people where I live, people thought that he was a comedian. They didn't really take him seriously as an artist. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think anybody took him very
no,
serious.
he was in
Yeah.
it seems we have them today, but thank goodness we have like a lot of outlets for people to be mediocre kind of things. But back then in the 60s, like that Miss Miller, there are all these kind of fringy people.
Miss Miller.
I wouldn't
Oh my
say
God.
mediocre. I would agree with fringy, but I wouldn't say mediocre. He was actually a pretty talented person.
Who? Mitch Miller?
I think all of you are ensuring this is the least going to be the least watched live stream we have.
this is excellent. Now this
You like
is
Mitch
a
Miller?
Rhino.
I love Miss Miller.
This is a run out groove. This is fucking
Is it
awesome.
Beatles?
I don't know who Miss Miller is.
Okay.
Oh
think of
my
this.
God, you have to.
This is the Royal Albert
Oh my-
Hall. Think of this show. Royal Albert Hall. You have Tiny Tim. You have the Bonzo Doodah Band. You have this is so good. I mean, this is
Right
really
in the middle of the B list. So you
Hey,
got
Sha-Na-Na was good, Paul.
Now
Sha-Na-Na
this.
was good.
Wait. One more. Remember the Brave combo?
Yeah. I saw the Brave combo in a club.
Yeah.
His version of the Beatles Girl, he does the high voice and the low voice, and it's fucking awesome. And he gets into this growl
was
at the
that?
end.
What year is
What?
that out?
This
Wasn't
on
there a recent
Concord.
record store day release with Tiny Tim?
I don't remember, but there's a
I
baritone
think there
vocal
was.
track and there's the full vocal track. He does "Hey Jude" on here, "Over the Rainbow," obviously "Bye Bye Blackbird." I mean, this is seriously really good record.
It's really, is it at the top of your list?
It may make a it's the Music Stupid episode now that I
So
think
what did
about
you
it.
say? When did that come out?
1996 on Kraft. It's Tiny Tim, Jeff Barnes, Joe Cripps, Carol Finch, Bubba Hernandez, Mitch Marine, Danny O'Brien, Paul Everett on guitar. Anyway, the Brave combo. Weren't they kind of a new wavy group?
They
Uh-huh.
had an accordion in the band. They were from Texas. Brave combo was actually pretty entertaining.
They did like polka kind of stuff, I think.
Did
Hey,
Some
can someone
Tex-Mex.
create
They
a
did a
Twitter
little bit of
account?
everything.
Can someone create a Twitter account called Elliot Cruz knows Tiny Tim?
And then
the
there's-
Brave combo. I
and then
saw
there's
the
a
Brave combo in
he did a
small
children's album for my
Wow,
little
you have a lot,
friends.
Mazzy.
Yeah, that was his third album right there. The
This
children's
is
album. was
a
his third.
children's album. I tell you, they're better than you think they are. I'll say that. So
Hey, Matt. Hey, Mazzy, the guy who said, "Look, I'm getting old. I need to clear out some records. I need to pare down." He's still buying the records like that.
I've had these for years. These records. These aren't.
I understand that.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting my first Tiny Tim record in the mail in a few days.
And which one is it?
The first one, God Bless
Yeah.
Tiny Tim.
It's better than you think. Seriously, the arrangements are really good. Does it say who's on it? I don't know. It's the usual LA session musicians at the time. I don't know.
Oh, those photographs that drive me nuts.
But
I
he
mean,
was
for
an
him-
encyclopedia of music knowledge when it comes to that era of music.
You know, I'll
yeah.
say this as someone who digs. I really don't run into a lot of Tiny Tim records.
They're not cheap. I mean, you can find them cheap, but they're like, okay, this.
I mean, where do they put his records in the comedy
This
section?
is like a $25
Yeah.
record.
Do they put him in
Yeah.
the comedy section?
No,
No,
No.
Where? Then where do they go, Elliot?
I
Rock,
would
pop,
put them in.
oldies,
It
crooners.
just depends on the record, what the
It
collection.
could be in crooners with Dean Martin.
Sometimes
and
it's the vocalist, like vocalist area, or
easy listening, maybe. I don't know.
yeah.
But it's surprising how good this Richard Perry produced this recording. So at the Royal Albert Hall, it's an excellent recording. So, and they got the full orchestra backing him up.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazzy.
Wow. And Mazzy can write those off on his taxes when he shows them.
I can actually. Well,
We'll
not
talk
again.
about taxes. I hadn't even started mine.
I haven't either. It's gonna be fucking January.
Okay, to switch a little bit, I've got a new jazz record I'll share. I just got this the other day.
Let me be the judge of that, Elliot.
All right.
Is that the reissue?
Oh, I know
or is
that's
that an original.
This is an original of the Tony Bennett and Bill Evans
Bill Evans, yeah.
album.
Gil Evans, right? Or Bill, is it
Bill
Bill
Evans.
Bill Evans.
yeah. I
Yeah,
have that.
he
Yeah,
was
I
his
don't have it on
musical.
vinyl.
He
I have
was,
it on CD.
yeah, he was his musical director for Tony Bennett for a period of time there.
They
They
did.
have two albums
technically-
together.
They technically did 2 records together. The
Yeah.
second one, that was on Fantasy, but the second one wasn't. It was like on a smaller label. I
Yeah,
have both of them.
yeah. I'm looking forward. I've just cleaned it yesterday, so I haven't
It's
had a
good.
chance.
It's good.
Yeah.
There was somebody on the Hoffman forums disparaging Tony Bennett, and I took offense, so I did a deep dive and ordered this. But what a great vocalist Tony Bennett was, and of course Bill Evans. We all know Bill Evans. He is the lifeblood of Record Store Day, I would say.
I got to see Tony Bennett right before he died.
I saw
in
one of those.
Florida.
I saw
And
Tony.
still have it.
Tony and Bill played a series at the Great American Music Hall that I think came out live on CD. I saw one of those shows there. So
I
saw him
like
right before he died in the hospital.
I like Tony Bennett, and I knew who he was from a young age because he used to have PBS specials. But he was the first act, as I can remember as a young kid, to go, "Is that a wig?" And then, not that long after, there was a big lawsuit, sexual suit against him, that a woman claimed he gave her herpes or something like that. I just stuck in my head when I was young.
Did he send a thank you note?
Tony Bennett's name like that. Wow.
The gift
How
that
many
keeps on
gifts do you
giving.
have for people you
I
gave?
got enough problems with
He left his
These
herpes
fucking-
in San Francisco.
these fucking hawks. You know, some of my chickens are undocumented,
Yeah.
and these hawks are like goddamn ice agents up there. Fucked up people.
I'll say this
can't let
about
my-
Tony Bennett.
I can't let my undocumented chickens out of the house.
Tony Bennett from the 70s to the 90s met someone who made better wigs for him because later in the life it didn't look so much like a wig.
It looked more real, yeah.
Well, Tony Bennett was a war hero in World War II as well. So if you're going to talk about some lawsuit some woman brought against him, let's also counterbalance that with the fact that that he was a stand-up guy in the civil rights movement, and he was a war hero in World War II.
Yeah,
Didn't he serve along with Tiny Tim?
he was.
I
one
don't
of those-
think Tiny Tim spent all his time either in his room or at the public library growing
Man,
up.
you know way too much about Tiny Tim.
It's a
Well, you
bit
know
much,
why,
though.
Rob? You know why I know all this? Because
You're a history teacher.
I love history, and I was decided I was going to get that first Tiny Tim record, so I read up on him a little bit last night.
Here's my
Couple-
feeling. In the town you live in, someone's looking for you and they go, "Hey, do you know this guy, Elliot Cruz?" "Oh, the Tiny Tim feller."
Yeah.
You know, you're in North Carolina, right?
Yes.
Now, I recorded yesterday. It'll be up later. The Prague tag, and I understand that the North Carolina vinyl picker started the Prague tag.
Those are
I
ice
want to
ages.
say I had no idea that Prague was legal in North Carolina.
Yeah. Prague is legal, yes, as far as I know.
Mazzy, stay on the Tiny Tim shtick. It
But
works.
now you have to remember, Art, the North Carolina vinyl picker, he's up there in the mountain region. He relocated to North Carolina, and so up there in the fringes of the state, you can get away with a lot more in the mountains. So.
Yeah, Ned Beatty's Squeal Like a Pig.
I
That
don't
was
know.
George
Tiny
Jackson.
Tim.
It's
I
all the
gotta
same.
think-
Once you get like east of Oakland, it's all the same until you get
I
to
gotta
Manhattan.
think there was a Tiny Tim sexual exploit, like he was arrested for doing something.
No, that was
I don't
Pee-wee
think
Herman.
so.
Pee Wee.
Yeah,
But-
don't
You know,
don't
Pee-wee
disparage.
Herman.
Hey, Rob, don't disparage people like that if you're not sure. Don't say
You know,
that.
well, we talked about this before.
Oh,
Pee-wee
Tony Bennett,
Herman,
you've done Tony, now you're doing Tiny Tim.
Hey,
but
and
Pee-wee
now-
Herman getting busted for jacking off
Okay,
in a
hold on.
porno theater. If you can't jack off in a porno theater, where are you supposed to jack off?
Yeah, but you're not
in the
supposed to.
privacy of your own bathroom or something.
Well,
These
All
are
right,
questions we
typing in-
don't want to have to answer.
This conversation is reminding me of the first time that I ever had sex, and I was just so fucking terrified, you know.
And you were
I was
all
all
alone.
That's right. Thank you. Boom. Psh. Ooh, I was scared. I was so scared. Ooh, was I scared? I was all alone.
yeah, but you can be in a porno theater in a sock.
All right,
Well-
here's a Tiny Tim arrest. The FBI, blah blah blah.
The FBI, blah blah blah.
What's his real name?
Murder,
Herbert
blah blah blah.
Cottery.
Yep, that's the real name.
It says there's an FBI thing for him.
Well,
But there
but
was an FBI
FBI
representative.
investigated everybody.
All the
So-
artists, liberals, artists in the 60s, 70s.
who was it?
Almost
Sonny
like it is
Terry-
now.
no, Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee had the FBI following them around California, New York, wherever they were. Two blues singers, and because they played at a union farm workers rally, suddenly
That's right.
they're the key figures in an FBI investigation. They had a dossier on
That
Brownie
was not
McGee.
unusual. That was not unusual. Billie Holiday had the FBI following her just because she sang a strange fruit.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Which
the
was
thing.
write by-
It don't ta-
which
it
is
doesn't
written
take
by
Then, you
much,
write
Tommy
you out
too.
with, then they take you out with
especially
cabaret license.
during
Take
Hoover's.
Yeah,
J.
that dude
J. Edgar
had
Hoover's
papers on
period as
everybody,
FBI
man.
director. It
That
didn't
dude had
take much
things
to get an
open on
investigation going.
They went after Eartha Kitt big time.
When I worked at the
Big
LA
time.
Weekly, we used to walk around asking each other, "Who do you think the FBI plant is? Who do you think's checking us out?" Seriously, we had Abbie Hoffman in the office when he was on the run from for the Coke bust thing.
Really?
Yeah, and he had been he'd had his face all changed and stuff. But
And
he was
now
in
he's
our
got
office.
that forum, that music forum now, which I think really speaks very highly of him.
Hey, there's an announcement, jazz announcement.
That's an old announcement.
It is?
The Miles Davis.
I don't remember when it was announced. When was
Oh,
it?
I got a thing a couple weeks ago from Kraft. It's
Sorry.
a best.
So on
comp.
March 13th, they're also releasing a John Coltrane comp.
Yeah.
So it's a Miles Davis comp.
We got that, or I got that about 2 weeks ago.
Well, we're not all greased palm
No, it was,
gravy train guys like you.
yeah. Did you click on the media kit link?
No, why?
Because you get the media, you get, let's see, the press release, you get high res pictures.
Yeah.
I want to get a copy of Coltrane's ballads. I don't have that on vinyl. I only have that on
That's
CD.
the
Yeah,
Crap,
Chad,
put
get
on
the
the
Chad
cover.
reissue.
It is a bad reissue.
No, it's good.
What?
Get the Chad reissue.
Oh, okay. The Chad okay.
Well, okay,
It's
this year,
beautiful. It's a beautiful
right
work of art. So.
waxed. since you're the jazz expert here, even though I know a lot of jazz, I will call you.
I'm not a jazz expert.
You're the closest to a jazz bum that's on the stream right now, and I know Scotty.
He's a
and
jazz hobo.
Anyway,
What?
my point is, 2026, the 100th birthday of both Miles and John Coltrane. It's the centennial year of both jazz artists, so that's a big deal. So that's
They were
why
born
there's
the
going to
same
be.
year?
Pardon me?
They were born the same year.
They were. So this year, we're going to see a lot of Coltrane stuff coming, and Miles Davis. We see Chad is just reissued or is reissuing, which he repressed several times, as has Kraft, the Prestige Miles stuff. So everything Miles and everything Coltrane, the Coltrane monobox that Rhino just did. This year is a big year for those two artists. Two of the most
can it be
important.
more than it's always? There's always a ton.
I know, of
Coltrane and
course,
Davis.
but you know what happens.
How can they do more?
I mean, if these two best of comps are what they're putting out to celebrate that, seems like a missed opportunity for them.
Well, I think it's one of, but Kraft has put out the Prestige ones, and what they just put out.
In my feeling, Kraft has been doing a good job of reissuing records and doing a good job putting out good quality stuff. But if you're going to take advantage of a centennial,
But there
there's
are a lot of people that aren't into jazz very much that have maybe kind of blue, and they say, "Oh, it's Miles' birthday. I don't want to buy 5 Miles records. I want to buy a comp."
You're not of the people, Mazzy.
No, I know I'm not. I'm talking for the people, on behalf of the people. There's a lot of people that won't
There's
buy.
always some elitist talking for the people, ain't there?
You're not.
Yes.
You don't speak for me, Mazzy.
No, I don't. But
I'm just saying. Look, am I asking for something to be done? No, don't get me wrong. But as someone who I believe has a good understanding of marketing and taking advantage of things, they could be doing more.
well,
you
how
know?
do you know they're not? The year just started.
Listen, the year's practically over, Mazzy.
I still have an issue with Kraft when they put out the compilation of Shaka Khan's compilation, and they left off about 4 songs. I don't know if they couldn't get licensing for it or whatever, but it just
On vinyl, you mean? On vinyl?
yeah. I'm
Could
so
they
pissed.
fit? Could they fit on the vinyl?
They
Okay.
might have made a double if they had to, probably, but
Hey,
they
hey,
couldn't have.
I got
CJ.
some breaking news. I got
Well, hold
some
on one-
breaking
hold on-
news
hold on
for
one second.
Seattle. Go ahead.
CJ, actually, they just put out like 3 Coltrane Impulse records. I thought Chad did reissues. All
There'll
right,
be
go
more.
on.
There'll be more. Okay. If Chance is still in the audience, I think Chance, this should be a segment on your
He's snowed
Thursday.
in, so
I think
don't
this
know
should be a segment on your Thursday night show, because I just got an announcement from Jimi Hendrix coexisting with the Seattle Seahawks. There's a whole line of Jimi Hendrix Seahawks merch.
that's
Get
kind of
that
cool.
merch, baby.
But you know, Mazzy,
Here, I got merch.
Wait,
Speaking of Jimi Hendrix, the third man vault
Yeah.
quarterly issue. This last one was Billy Strings, and I did a review of the Billy Strings album on video put
I think
out
that was-
a day or two ago. But the new one for the next quarter is a Jimi Hendrix, probably 4 record Jimi Hendrix live.
Now, if
Jimmy.
you don't want the Voodoo Child hat, you can always get the It's the Music Stupid hat.
but let me tell you something that one genre of sports does stuff like that well, and that's baseball. They do shit like that all the time.
Well, the Rolling Stones, they did like
Yeah,
every fucking
Rolling
team.
Stone night, they put out merch.
Well, all those
Wars.
pressings of was it Black and Blue? Not Black. One of the Stones' last albums, they did Diamonds. They did all the like this. I got the Sense of the Giants version.
Okay, we don't talk sports much. I'm a big sports guy. I watch sports all the time.
I have
hold on.
some SACDs. I don't buy them normally, but I have some, like the Dylan and the
Okay,
some
hold on.
Stones.
The reason the Seahawks are so good is they acquired Sam Darnold. They didn't acquire him; they signed him. And the Minnesota Vikings just shit the bed. They didn't want to spend the money on him, and look what happened. They're snake. The Vikings are snake bitten.
Carolina, the Carolina football team, the pro team, they had Donaldson a few years ago, and they just didn't know what they had. They screwed.
They didn't know, but the Jets didn't know what they had. I mean, most people thought he was a bust, and he went to Minnesota and showed everyone he wasn't.
Okay, can we put surface spins in timeout?
No. Hold on, surface spins. What team do you like?
I put him in timeout.
No. Don't.
Sorry.
Surface
You can come back in a little while. Just chill out. Go in the corner. Go in the corner. Breathe deep. You can come back in a little while.
Surface spins. You didn't deserve that. Let me. Hold on. Now I have to correct Mazzy's evilness.
NFL football is pretty boring to me.
Yeah, I don't like give a shit about
the last 2 or 3. You know, the playoffs are okay, but regular season is just monotonous and boring as hell to me. I like college football a whole lot better.
Yeah, but Elliot, I'm sorry. I don't know if you are, because your region were Redskins fans before the
we were, yes,
before the Panthers came about.
Right.
I reinstated you, sir. Spins. I made you a moderator.
The Redskins were definitely the team.
Like people don't understand the Redskins. The Redskins draw went all the way down to Florida.
Yeah.
Even in Atlanta, before the Falcons were around, into Georgia.
Okay. Growing up, as much as a sports fan I'm not, except for the San Francisco Giants baseball, I grew up with Brody, who just died, of the 49ers. I went to, and I worked with, when I worked for this McCune Sound, I went to the Stanford Super Bowl at Stanford when the 49ers played. So I went to 2 Super Bowls. Obviously, I was a big Joe Montana and Steve Young fan, but I don't really give a shit about football for the most part. The reason I decided, and I posted something on Facebook, I said, theoretically, I should be a 49ers fan for my San Francisco DNA. And now I'm in Seattle 12 years. I have allegiance to Seattle, just because I live here. But once the 49ers left San Francisco, they're in Santa Clara. They really deserve to have San Francisco on their jerseys, even though I know it's a region. I know
fair weather fan.
It's a region. I am a fair weather fan. So because of them in Santa Clara, even though they're playing, Super Bowl's at Levi Stadium at Santa Clara this coming.
Listen, people. Half
The
the
Angels call themselves the
half the
LA.
reason I'm angry all the time is because how shitty the Commander skins have been. But I grew up Billy Kilmer, come on, I'm a through and through fan from the beginning.
Go back further, Sonny Jurgensen.
When I was 2 years old, we moved to DC from the get-go. Jurgensen was the quarterback, came from Philly. But Billy Kilmer was his backup, came in, and then Joe Theismann. That's my team.
Yeah.
So,
Joe Williamson, my mammoth told me I have to love the 49ers if they're in San Francisco. But once they leave San Francisco, I don't got to like those boys anymore. And that's my worst Joe Williamson impression, Junior.
Question to Scott, just to switch it back to music. What's your opinion of the Shaka Khan with Rufus period? Does that compare as well as her solo stuff?
I think it's all good. I think Rufus without Shaka Khan was not very interesting, but I think they needed her. They were great musicians always, but I like everything, pretty much.
Those Rufus albums are great.
What?
Those Rufus albums are great.
Yeah, the ones with her, the ones without her.
Yeah, exactly. That's when I worked at ABC when those were.
My 6 degrees of separation to Shaka Khan. My dad had a service station in our little town, and I was maybe 14 or 15 working at the station, and the Shaka Khan and Rufus roadies on their equipment truck broke down at Daddy's station, and they spent the afternoon at the station trying to get their equipment truck fixed. And but Shaka Khan was nowhere to be found, or the band. They were on another vehicle.
Yeah.
So I was that close to greatness, you know.
Hey,
I always wanted to work with I work with her sister. I work with Taka Boom. I sang with her. She's crazy. It's crazy.
I want to point something out.
Yeah.
I think I might make this a regular segment on the stream. I would like to point out someone in the chat who literally has zero soul. Rufus, you win today, Baggy. I believe you have, meaning you have a soul as a human being, but no funkiness, no beat, no. You couldn't dance.
You know, the latest outrage, I want to switch conversations a little bit to Beatles, but only because the latest outrage on...
You don't want to. You need to.
No, I just want to bring this up.
Shaka does a Beatles song.
I don't care as much, but there's a handful of people on the forums outraged. There's a whole thread someone started because, again, first time in a while, apparently there's two commercials using actual Beatles recordings, and people's heads are exploding. Anybody know about that or watch it during the games and see those Beatles? It's not just covers, but which means the Beatles all four Beatle estates had to give permission.
Which means they're making money.
Yeah. But I mean, some people take it personally. Oh, that's our music, and then la di da da da.
Well, you know, here's the way I view commercialism in music. Everybody sells out once they stop playing in their backyard or on their front porch and move to the Pizza Inn, playing for beer and all the pizza you can eat. You've become a commercial act. So quit getting on your high horse about being, selling out. You sell out when you start performing for an audience.
Elliot, here's a better way to put it. In the case of someone like Joey Callio, who we're all fans of, that's how they make their money. Their songs getting licensed.
Right.
So,
right.
I never had a problem with that.
No,
well, people feel, aren't they rich enough? It's our music. That's the attitude.
But they don't know what's in people's banks. They don't know what's going on with their taxes.
We know the Beatles are okay.
If you're lucky enough to get one of your songs licensed, you will live a nice life, I think.
Exactly. I don't see a problem with that at all.
You've got some director or something wanting your music for their movie. What the fuck's the problem?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think
once you reach a fairly successful point in an artist's career, you have not just you, but you have a network of people who are under your employment that are depending on you making money. It's not just for you, but there's all these other people that derive their own financial well-being from your continued success.
Right.
Hey, I want you all to imagine this. I'm going to paint a picture right now. Elliot Cruz breaks big. And then just picture all the hangers on that follow him around.
There would be no more jokes about how slow I talk. I guarantee you that.
There'll be more jokes about how slow you talk.
The thing is the way the music industry had been before people started going really independent and stuff. It's like the labels were taking the majority of the money anyway. So it's like, I had no problem with artists making money however they could make money, because a lot of times they were getting rooked because, because all the money that was paid out for them to distribute their records, to record their records, all that kind of stuff, they had to pay all that stuff back. And so,
agree.
I don't have a problem with them making any kind of dime that they want to make.
What's the record, Delphina? What's the name of the record?
I don't like this attitude where I gave them so much all our life. We gave the Beatles or whoever all this money, and now they're selling out. So what? Don't watch.
They don't belong to us.
Hold on, guys.
Carl put Led Zeppelin in
Mazzy hijacks this concept way too much with the Beatles connection.
Well, it could have been anybody, but this is just...
No, you do this all the time.
Yeah.
So the Thelonious Monk's connection to the Redskins, Mazzy. Thelonious Monk.
We'll see. That's
He played.
A receiver named
Thelonious Monk
played
is African American, and part of the Redskins are African American.
Okay, you're horrible at this, considering
Wow.
I believe in their heyday when this player was an all-star.
Art Monk.
Can you ruin everything, Elliot Cruz?
You do it for me. You do it to me every time, Rob. Every time I start showing a record and I'm leading into something, you give it away.
So what I'm saying is Art Monk, because I believe he was on one of the teams that defeated the 49ers in the Super Bowl. Or in the championship. I'm sorry, they're in the same conference.
All right, can I show a dog thing? This is terrible. Do you know what you're looking at?
No, can't see it. A cat.
Listen, Jim is an expert at inappropriate animal-human contact.
That dog crawled up into my underwear and fell asleep while I was taking a crap. Just saying. Ever happened to you? That dog crawled into my underwear, went to sleep. That happened. I'm just saying.
Just shows how much that dog loves you.
It was Art Monk. Chuck T, you're a sports guy, I thought. It's Art Monk, you person.
And but we don't think Art Monk was any kin to Thelonious, do we?
No, they were cousins, I believe.
Oh, were they really?
Yes, they were related.
I did not know that.
That's why I said it. I wasn't making something up.
Well, I thought you were just making a joke out of linking the two names.
I'll tell you, here's the bit how big Art Monk was. When the Redskins drafted him, it was on the front page of the Washington Post. Front page. That they drafted a star from the beginning to the end when players stayed on the teams till they retired. That dude was in an athlete who no one ever said a bad word about Art Monk. Never happened.
And where was Thelonious Monk born?
Montana?
In the hospital.
No, probably not.
Dakota.
Actually. Probably
Right
not.
down the street from you.
Yeah, Rocky Mount, just a few miles from here, about
Nice.
40 miles from here. And a lot of the great jazz artists were North Carolinians. It's a part of the Great Migration up to the north. Actually, Thelonious Monk, he was only like 1 or 2 years old when they moved from Rocky Mount up to New York, I guess it was. And John Coltrane came up to Philadelphia when he was 17 or 18, right after high school. He was from High Point. Originally, he was born in Hamlet, but his grandfather had a big church in High Point.
Did you go shopping at Pixley?
And they moved to High Point. Well, High Point's the furniture capital of the world. He moved to High Point and lived there until he went up to Philly for college, I guess it was.
Is that near
Can I
Petticoat
ask
Junction?
a serious question? Is there a way to figure out the way L.A. Cruz paints a picture of North Carolina that he's actually gotten people to move there by sharing all his knowledge?
It's one of the most moved to states in the country.
A lot of people are moving there.
North Carolina, yeah.
A lot of
I
times
know
the urban and outlying suburban regions mostly, I think.
Yeah,
I know
I love
a lot of
it.
and the
DC
coast, also the coast.
Right.
You got. But
And
Hey,
Yeah.
Manny, Mazzy, have you ever heard the Shaka Khan doing "We Can Work It Out"?
I must have. I can't picture it right now.
It's really good.
Elliot,
Check
what
it out.
time of year? What time of year when the weather changes? Is it all right to go taking a skinny dip in the water tank, the water tower?
Petticoat Junction.
I used to work at the water plant, and I promise you, I would not go swimming in the water tank.
No,
Right.
the water. Come on, work with me, Elliot Cruz.
It just depends on where you are in North Carolina. Here, I would wait until at least May or June.
Miss you. I was almost tempted to give you a wrench to spite Richard If he comes back begging again, you get a wrench. I actually gave 2 people wrenches during that whole thing.
And nobody understands what the significance of a wrench is either.
No, because I'll help you out because it happened today, Elliot Cruz.
Hey,
I
Elliot,
gave all these.
I whitewater rafted in Bryson City,
All right,
and I fell out of the boat. It was pretty frigid.
All right, that was a great story, Scotty. Let me finish my point. Well, where was I? Okay, so I gave a wrench. Blah, 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 blah. No, thanks for screwing me up there. That was probably going to be one of my best zingers of the day. Thanks
this is going to redeem this whole fucking show. Now,
I'm not showing pictures that people blackmail me with, Jim.
That's a dog that crawled into my pants and fell asleep while I was on
that sounds so weird, Jim. That is
it was like
it happened.
Your pants.
Hey,
you didn't see that?
Jim, I think within a few hours after the stream ends, I'm going to be subpoenaed where they have to take this for legal reasons.
That dog is sleeping in my underwear while
Jim, just don't tell us when you got up after you wiped, you pulled your underpants up with the dog.
No, here's the thing. We have a bidet, Elliot. We have a bidet. It's
well, you have a good day too.
No, a bidet, yes.
Hey,
when you have a bidet, every day is a good day.
All right, calm down, guys. Elliot.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, I connected with a bunch of people on the internet where every Thursday and Sunday night we would watch like a grade Z straight to video action sci-fi kind of movie. And we would all comment like in the chat, like Mystery Science Theater 3000. Right. And my line that I always used, because it seemed to be in most of the films, was the dramatic ending always took place at a water treatment plant. Because I guess they could always get access to film.
Yeah, you could always, pay
the bad guy in all those films. The bad guy was always going to blow up this plant, whether they called it a water treatment plant or not. It was there.
A generic place. I got you.
Yes. By the way, that was not my zinger. It just occurred to me that was the thing.
Okay, this is the same dog I showed this yesterday. This dog has a thing.
Jim, you are banned. You are banned from showing animal-related pictures on this stream.
I'm going to jail. I didn't do that. That wasn't set up. That dog did that on its own. Its nose is in one shoe and its ass is in the other. I don't know.
The dog is smarter than the people.
In Jim's case, yes.
That's what I mean. Well, I know it's about time for you to wind things down.
Don't try and end my show.
I'm not trying to end it, but I just, before you do, my favorite quote now is from a sheriff from Robeson County. Back in, I think it was 57, there was something called the Battle of Hayes Pond.
You're losing me, Elliot.
Yeah, I know. And in Robeson County, it's kind of a triracial setup. We've got African Americans, whites, mostly Scottish, Highland Scot descent, and Native Americans, mostly Lumbee Indians. And the Ku Klux Klan came in from South Carolina, just across the border, to try to build a Klan conclave there in Robeson County. And it wasn't going too well for them because they just trying to get, go away. Things are okay here. We don't need you guys. But they couldn't get them to go away. And they set up to have a rally, a Klan rally in this field and by Hayes Pond. And so they got about 40 or 50 Klan supporters to show up, mostly from South Carolina. Not really anybody from Robeson County came. But the problem for the Klan was that 500 Lumbee Indians showed up. and they proceeded with axe handles and things to convince the Klan that maybe it wasn't a good idea to come to Robeson County. And they kind of beat up a few of them, and they all fled. They ran into the swamp. It's very swampy land there. And as the sheriff was trying to get everybody to dissipate the crowd, he wasn't going around arresting people. He was just trying to get people to go home. And the quote from Sheriff McLeod was, "If we all leave now, we got time. If everybody leaves now, we can all get home to see Gunsmoke." So yeah.
Wow. That was a long ride around.
You know what? Here's where, if I could critique Elliot's story, not every story that you come across, the kind of punchline to the story is Gunsmoke. So congratulations, Elliot.
What
I
a
think
show!
That's a great line. He was on the megaphone going, "If we all leave now, we can all be home in time for Gunsmoke."
Well, you know, I don't know if that story was in support of the Klan or against the Klan.
It was against the Klan. He had told these Klan guys to go away. He also told his deputies. He said there were a few deputies. He only had like a half dozen deputies or so in the whole county. So he told them. He said, if it breaks out, if the fight breaks out,
you're like, it's like watching a boxing match where the losing fighter is still flailing his arms in the air.
If the sheriff told his deputies basically, take your time breaking it up, because he knew that the Lumbees were going to beat the snot out of these Klansmen, So he wanted to kind of teach them
take their time beating them up.
If I had the sense to retitle these live streams, today's live stream would definitely believe. And then he said Gunsmoke.
Yeah.
Or you could do it, the Battle of Hayes Pond. And by the way, Life magazine took pictures, and it was a big story in Life magazine and all over the country when this happened.
I want to say something to Rob. I'm going to give him some kudos. First of all, again, as I said at the beginning, I want to thank
Rob, Mazzy.
I want to thank Rob for moderating, but I think Rob finally, after 5, 6, 7 years, has found his groove. He's chilled out a little bit. He has, I think his timing is better. He's not like berating people as much. He does a subtle, intelligent berating, but I think he's found his groove finally.
You are so fucking wrong, Mazzy.
Just wait till the next show. Wait till the next show, Mazzy. He's gonna.
You are clueless, Mazzy.
There's a rule here: short people don't speak until they're spoken to.
What color is the sky in your world, Mazzy?
Hey, listen. No one has done as much as they could to malign animals today than Jim has.
Thank you very much.
All right, everyone. See you Thursday morning. Have a good rest of your day.
Happy
trip. If we leave now, we got time to catch Gunsmoke.